Well, next game. We got Sloppy Seconds versus Malatesta, Best Friends versus Test of Time, or Skirm Matter versus Participation Award. Come on, let me see it in the chat. Which game you want to see of these three? Yeah, Sloppy Seconds. Yep, that's definitely a team that definitely one of the strongest teams in this tournament, and one that I have the highest hopes for. Probably the only team I have a lot of hopes for as far as Illuminati is concerned. But it is, of course, Promi and Illuminati. Would be great if I had Promi co-casting this with me. But, okay, so Sloppy Seconds versus Malatesta, aka Estes Testes. It is two of Estes AIs, Pharaon and Yggdrasil. That could be interesting. I don't know how much synergy they have. They are both made by SD, and Yggdrasil is a pretty dedicated sling AI. So it should be pretty easy for him to write some synergy that, for example, Yggdrasil always slings Pharaon. Could be good to see if they actually do that. They definitely have some upset potential in this game. Can definitely work out, especially with how overpowered sling is. As we've already seen in the other Yggdrasil game, Yggdrasil versus Maya, I believe. Yggdrasil and Maya, where Yggdrasil both the Yggdrasil slung both of the Mayas, and that just was way too much to handle for... Who did they play? Tribal and the Horde. Alright, get into that game then. So, we got the Sloppy Seconds, Promi, and Illuminati versus who again? Team Estes Testes, of course. So that is Pharaon. What up? And the other one is Yggdrasil. Once again, Dry Arabia, Team Random, 2 of each AI. Promi and Illuminati versus Pharaon and Yggdrasil. Let's go. Pharaon and Yggdrasil, yes, I believe I got that right. Mr. Marco Polo up on this bitch. Here we go. And we got, in the bottom left side, looks like Team Sloppy Seconds. We got Chinese Promi in the flank. Looked like a decent start, found at least one sheep early enough. And actually it's sheep scouting. I didn't know Promi did that. Sheep scouting, obviously nice to see. So, Promi flank as the Chinese in red. Then the pocket here. Illuminati Japanese, very close to the map border. A lot of players on this map. Look at these placements here. Green close to the border, purple close to the border, teal close to the border, and yellow and blue are close to the border. Man, these so far spread out. So many players right up against the map wall here. It's just could be a lot of long walking times. But well, green and purple are pretty close to each other. And is teal supposed to be the pocket of purple? That is so far away. Jesus Christ, that is really far away, man. So purple might struggle if teal doesn't get there fast enough. And yeah, but the same for blue, man. Blue is also pretty far away from green because it's so far back. So yeah, that's some really weird placements in this game. Really weird placements. Okay, let's keep introducing. So we had Illuminati in the pocket as the Japs, and on the other pocket we have Korean Promi. That could be strong. And on the flank here in green we have Illuminati as the Britons. Once again the Briton flank. Always good to see if you get a good castle age time and get those crossbows out. Opposite to green we have purple as the Korean Pharaon. Koreans definitely the inferior flank here to the Britons. And in the pocket far away we have also a Pharaon. It's a Japanese, so we got an entire Pharaon flank, and the entire other flank here is gonna be Yggdrasil, of course. So Chinese Yggdrasil in the pocket and Briton Yggdrasil in the flank. So I am definitely curious as to what the strategy is gonna be for the Yggdrasil team. If they are both on the same side, are they both gonna sling? I hope they would. It would definitely be very interesting if they both slung just the entire other ring. Definitely gonna have to wait and see what they do here. As for strategies, well, Promi and Illuminati are pretty much notorious for their lackluster feudal age. Here both just go for a standard range flush, the mix of archers and skirmishers, no variation there. Definitely needs to be overworked. Promise is even weaker than Illuminatis. And then, as for Daedric, when I say Daedric, it's fucking Pharaon. Pharaon, unlike Tribal, Pharaon is pretty defensive in the few range. I think it just masses up skirmishers and stays at home, so I haven't seen many games of it, so I don't know exactly how it plays. But I do know that it's much more passive than Tribal, SD's main AI. And Yggdrasil, like I said, likes to sling. Also supposedly likes to trush when it's not slinging. So maybe Grey could go for a trush on red. Maybe. I don't know. If it decides not to sling. Gonna have to see. Okay, we got Orange up to Feudal as the first one. Going up with... Okay, Orange going up in the pocket with 23 pop. That's definitely a fucking sling, alright? That's definitely a sling. If you're going for a fast cast, you're not going up with 23 pop. So I'm gonna call it Orange is gonna sling. Question is, who are you gonna sling? Should be purple, right? Purple or teal. And, well, Grey also up on 24 pop. Did Grey have a bad start? I mean, it's Britons, how can you have a bad start? And the other ones, yeah, well, a lot of people up to fuel age now. Green was the second fastest, I believe. Also up on 23 pop. That's not something I'm used to seeing from Illuminati. That fast of an uptime. It does have enough wood for only one archery range. Yeah, so that was maybe a bit too fast of an uptime. Doesn't have enough wood for the second archery range straight away. That could be a problem. Should have maybe waited one more villager. Maybe just had too much food from being Britons from the fucking sheep. Okay, there comes the second archery range. And purple had a slower fuel age time on 26 pop. And probably also gonna go for archery ranges, I believe. So maybe Illuminati can get a sneaky attack in before purple gets too much of a defense out. Purple is hitting fuel age right now. And going for... Where are the archery ranges, man? That's not purple. Who's purple? This is purple. Here comes the two archery ranges. Okay, Illuminati also... well... It would have to attack right now to do some damage. The other side... Grey already built a defensive... Yeah, that also looks like a fucking sling. But he already built a defensive tower straight off the bat. Here comes the market. That's a sling. And same for Orange. Straight up market. Fast feudal, straight up market. And going for the sling. So now let's look at who they're actually slinging. Let's cycle the scoreboard until we see the resources received. Looks like Orange, I mean, has already started to sling teal, the Japanese pocket. Okay, definitely already both of them slinging. So now it's a matter of what can Promi do against that. Do you have a good enough DOC attack to circumvent the tower and do some damage? And look at those lumber camps. Look at how far those lumber camps are back. I don't know if that's on purpose. If it actually tries to build everything so far back when it's slinging. That could be, if that's on purpose, then that's really good for Yggdrasil. Because then it's gonna be so hard to raid so far back here, and there's also a tower to defend. And yep, one tower on every camp. This is defended. Promi's gonna run to the tower and probably retreat right away. Yep! So that's turtling nice and well for the sling. I don't think Promi can do much here. It should just try to go for a castle age as soon as possible. Illuminati, I don't think did much damage either. I think it might have done a mini attack here, then just retreated when it saw the tons of skirmishers coming out. And then we got Castle Age. Anyone already in Castle Age? Nope. The first ones are the... First one is Teal, which got slung. Oh yeah, Teal is getting slung heavily by both Orange and Purple. Orange and Grey. Orange and Grey. Both Orange and Grey are slinging Teal right now. So Teal... I don't know, man, it's Japanese. Japanese doesn't really have an extremely strong strategy, but if you're getting slung, man, you can do anything you want. You can just mass knights in Castle Age, then transition into pretty much anything in Imperial. I mean, they got a pretty good tech tree. This side, stalemate, since Purple isn't getting slung, so neither of these are attacking each other right now. No one even thinks they need a tower, because armies are pretty much equally strong. And here, Promi didn't really do any damage yet, so Promi should really go for a really fast uptime. Looks like it might actually go for that. Yeah, looks like it's actually going for a fast castle age. So that could be really good if it goes for fast castle age. Maybe get some... once it goes to castle age, it needs to get some rams out really soon to take down these buildings, these towers especially. So it can do some damage to grey, which is just turtling up really heavily. Just tons of towers. And orange also just straight up... I mean, orange is completely undefended. If someone were to raid orange, which is really pretty hard because it's just tucked away, just in the corner of the map, behind grey, and to some extent behind teal. Oh yeah, that TC... What the fuck is that TC? What is that TC placement? What? What are you trying to build? It's not on the wood line, it's not even on stone or gold? What is that fucking TC placement, SD? Come on. Okay, purple and teal. Here comes the the slung knights together with the fuel army from purple, and green is getting overrun. Nothing to defend here, no chance. Promi pocket not even trying to help out. I mean, it has, yeah, I mean, it's just boomy. Just 3 TC, full booming in castle age. Only has 3 knights, so can't really blame it for not doing much. Jesus, this game could also be decided quickly. That's the power of the fucking sling. Especially if the slinger is turtled up with towers, which are pretty hard to defend, to attack for AIs. And when red is up to castle age, that's a really good castle age time for a flank. So maybe that is an exact counter to those towers. Problem is, it really needs to get battering rams out extremely quickly. Because yeah, green is already dead. Green is down to 8. How much pop are you? 17 pop. Yeah, so green is just dead right now. Yeah, that tower is not gonna go up, I don't think. Even if that's not gonna do much anymore. What is purple even trying to do here? Is it trying to trash? Where are those villagers going? Okay, red, you're on castle age. Where's your siege workshop? There's no siege workshop, red. No siege workshop. Purple scavs everywhere, yeah, of course. Yeah, okay, purple is actually trying to trash. Just the last nail in the coffin, I mean, it's already dead. So I don't know. So blue is just booming at this point. Blue and yellow are both booming pretty heavily. Of course, still a lot less villagers than teal, which was getting slung. At this point, yeah, teal already 6,000 resources received. Look at the sling. Both the slingers are still untouched. I haven't even done anything. Building a castle, not even a siege workshop. Why are you building a castle? What are you? You're Chinese. What are you gonna do with the castle? Another town center. Still no siege workshop. Yeah, just allowing them to sling in peace and not doing anything to counter is... Sling is fucking OP. You gotta counter sling if you wanna have any chance. If you just let them do their thing, not even do any damage to the slingers or anyone else, then the sling's just gonna steamroll everything, which already happened to green. And teal actually... Is teal trying to raid red now? That's ballsy, man.
Wood, please.
Yeah, flank boomy, of course. Also boomy on the flank. I mean, if they outboom the others, if they, for example, the Yggdrasils are too slow to switch from a flank into going to castle age and actually booming themselves and going to the military themselves, because Illuminati and Promi are extremely notorious for their boomy behavior and for their strong late game. I mean, that's why it's called Boomy, right? And Boominati. That's Boomy and Boominati. They have those names for a reason, alright? And yeah, I don't know, mate. Teal's army isn't really big enough, really. Has a bunch of knights here. Red already going into Chukanus. I mean, they are doing damage to red here. Teal knights. Because red isn't using its army perfectly, but trying to stay under the castle, I guess. And Illuminati resigned. 0 pop. G. What's yellow doing? Yeah, what do you think yellow is doing? It's booming its ass off, I would guess. Oh, it's also getting raided by teal. A little bit. What is yellow doing? Yellow's boom is actually pretty weak compared to other people. Well, not that weak actually. Yeah, teal, I'm actually surprised teal hasn't boomed more. Like, villager numbers across the board don't look that great for Team Malatesta. But now purple's army is switching. Looks like purple's army is also going on to red now. And red's still not up to Imperial Age, so red is gonna be in trouble. Yellow also not up to Imperial Age yet. Yellow is the Japanese. Is going. I think it's gonna go for a Champ Flood in Imp. And it is pretty close to clicking up, but red could get taken out right here. I mean, the castle isn't in the best spot. If it was here, that would be much better. Because now it's pretty hard to defend. I think it already lost most of its army, and now purple is coming as well. So could lose both of the flanks for the boom team. For the sloppy seconds team, I mean.
Food, please.
Here comes the purple army. Well, a lot of them are still feudal skirmishers. And yellow is up to Imperial. Who else is up to Imperial? Is yellow the first one? Yep, looks like yellow is the first one Imperial. It's gonna be a Champ Flood, I believe. Yeah, that's a barracks. That's definitely a Champ Flood. Champ Flood? I don't know. Is it a good strategy here? Against Watchtowers? Of course. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Against Castle Age army, maybe. But now it's getting raided. Yeah, purple and teal just going straight for yellow after it clicked up. And yellow still doesn't have any army out. I mean, it has the TCs here to defend. If there's not too much army, they can do that. But yeah, that's gonna be a problem, man. Before it gets the upgrades in, that's definitely gonna be a problem. It's just desperately fighting off its villagers, man. Yeah, undefended. They can do so much damage without much. But now purple's retreating. If purple just kept on attacking here, that could be game over right now. But it's retreating for some reason. I don't know where it's going. But teal knights, purple knights I mean, still in here, still doing damage. Now yellow is finally getting some infantry out. Imperial Age still being researched, but yeah, yellow is so low on resources. Damn, yellow lost so many villagers. It's down to 90, below 90 pop. That's so much damage here, and it doesn't have enough to defend. I think this might already be game over. Red is also up to Imperial Age, and so is blue. And are these slingers trying to go to Castle Age yet? No, I mean orange is in Castle Age. Looks like orange finally switched. Gray is still in Feudal Age, and still not going up. And purple now also coming with more crossbows. Still not much to defend here from yellow. I think yellow just got hit at the worst possible time. Blue is the Koreans. It still has also didn't do much this game. The fucking boom's just too slow. I mean, now blue can defend at least. I guess. I hope. Yeah, but yellow got hurt so badly. And the purple army is still in yellow space. Still doing damage whenever they can. And blue here, well, blue is blue in Imperial Age yet? Yeah, that is Imperial Age. What do you want to go for? Gotta make up your mind. You're not really researching anything. Crossbows? Really? Do you have any castles? Well, one castle.
An enemy now.
And here we go. Attack from the Slung Teal, which is now also in Imperial, going for Elite Samurais, fully upgraded already. And red, what are you gonna do? That's a siege worker, that's not a castle. Gonna be really tough to defend here. I don't think red has a lot of army. It's going... What's it researching? It's researching economic upgrades. Not even researching Arbalest or... Doesn't even have, what's it called, Bracer yet. Blue, okay, it looks like blue is finally going on the counterattack. What's it researching? Halberdiers? It's not... It has enough knights to justify a cavalier upgrade for sure. Just pure halberdiers isn't really an army composition. Come on, blue, you're Koreans. What are you gonna do? Onagers, I hope. Just going for the economic upgrades. Of course, Boomy. Of course, Boomy. Gotta prioritize those eco upgrades while you're getting wrecked. I mean, yellow also rebooming. Now finally getting the last infantry upgrades, but it's so far behind from that one raid. And now red is, well, it is pressured. It's still alive, but pretty low pop. Blue is by far the highest population on that side. Gray, still in Feudal Age, so that if it stays in Feudal Age for a bit longer, then maybe Team Sloppy Seconds has a chance to come back here. But right now, not much army left. Still no Imperial upgrades on any of its units. None. No upgrades here. And here come the trebuchets. Yeah, I think this is it for red. No Imperial upgrades. Trebuchets coming in. That's a lot of Japanese trebuchets. A lot of Japanese trebuchets. Japanese trebuchets are amazing, dude. If they got the unique tech, especially. And blue, also not doing much. Mixed army. No Imperial upgrades except Halberdier. Do you even have Bracer? You got Arbalest, still no fucking Bracer. What the fuck's up with promise upgrades, man? And yellow, is yellow gonna recover at any point? It's getting champion upgrades, so those are gonna be fully upgraded champions, but so late in the game, it's already 42 minutes in. It's way too late now for yellow to make a difference. So I don't think Team Sloppy Seconds should have a chance to come back here. If they come back, then I'm gonna laugh hard at SD, man. Because that should never happen. Red still doesn't have Bracer, still doesn't have Arbalest. And there's just a ton of trebuchets in here right now. Here, finally getting Bracer for red. 43 minutes, finally starting to research Bracer. Blue is on the offensive. No Cavalier, still researching a ton of economic shit and useless shit. Okay, at least got Arvalists without chemistry and Halberdiers without plate mail. Yeah, what the fuck is up with Promise upgrades, man? Elite War Wagons, no armor upgrade, no chemistry. Halberdiers, no fucking plate mail. Look at the upgrades Blue is getting, man. It doesn't get any of the good ones. And Yellow still hasn't even gotten into the fight, man. I mean, Yellow's making Arbalists and Champs, okay. But it's about time to get into the fight. It is almost pop cap now, so now would be a good time for Yellow to finally use its fucking army. Because Red is dying right now. It lost its castle, it's trying to rebuild another castle, but down to 120 pop. Teal's army is moving on to Yellow. If Yellow gets in the fight right now, it could do some damage. Come on, Yellow, why are you not attacking, man? What is Yellow waiting for? The fuck? And yeah, looks like Blue lost its army. Purple counter-attacking. Yeah, here, look, fully upgraded, but no elite. That's what you want. And also has a lot of hand cannoneers, and of course, Purple also has plate mail. Yeah, I need to protect those buildings, of course. That's what's important. Okay, here comes finally the showdown between the two Japanese. And well, Samurai are better than Champs, I guess. They are backed up by Arbalists though. And yeah, those trebuchets aren't gonna put up much resistance against champions, that's for sure. And Japanese or some Onagers. Okay, Grey finally went to Castle Age. And Orange is an Imperial Age now. What's it going for? Monks and Mangonels in Imperial Age? And Camels? Nothing really upgraded yet. But at least Orange is making army. Yeah, still so many fucking trebuchets on the board for tier. Yellow's still scared in its base. This is not gonna go well. Nice from Pharaoh, man. Even pushing with the Bombard Towers, that is always sexy to see. Bombard Towers right in your face. Taking map control. And pushing with War Wagons, hand cannons. And Blue... I mean, Blue's almost pop-cut. Where's the fucking army from Blue? Just all over its base. And not fighting. Yeah, great from Promi. I mean, at least there's two castles in the front, but... And Yellow's army just keeps getting dragged back and forth, I guess. Because the enemies are everywhere. These might deny the other bomber towers. It took down this tower, I guess. Something. There's no way they come back, right? There's no fucking way. I mean, okay. Red. What the fuck is... What the fuck are these upgrades, man? What? That doesn't make any sense. How did they only have +1 range? Whatever. Makes no sense. I think it had Bracer. Okay, Purple still pressuring Blue. It's just a Korean slugfest here. Tons of war wagons. They are so tanky. It takes a lot for them to take them down by other ranged units. They are so fucking tanky. And it's just pretty much ranged units across the board here. Yellow's army is now all over the map, looks like. Some going to the left, some going to the right. Just keep getting dragged across, man. They don't really know what to target. So they're pretty much idle, man. So this army is useless. They are idle, they're not really fighting if they just keep running back and forth between different targets. So it does get confused when there's fighting all around it at about equal distances. Might be something to look at. The targeting. And here, I mean, Red is still alive somehow. Now comes the push. Chinese, Yggdrasil is upgraded to Ragnarok. And coming in here with the mangonels and has Chukanus, no elite upgrade but full the other upgrades. See, that's what you want with Chinese. At least SD knows the priorities of his upgrades, unlike Promi. And well, Yellow Army is still not doing much. I mean, it keeps getting dragged and forth. I mean, they are all fully upgraded, okay, except for the Archer armors. But the champs could make a big difference now. Let's look at the trade routes actually. That's Promi markets here. Here. That's not just Promi markets. Where's Yellow's market? Bad market placement from Illuminati. So Yellow's trade route isn't great, but at least champs don't cost that much gold. Look at this army still running all over the place. Fuck. I'm surprised this game is still going. It's almost an hour now, and they still haven't managed to finish off a second player. Okay, now finally Orange is starting to get rolling. Fully upgraded Chukunus is just for the elite upgrade, which doesn't really do shit. And Onagers and some Trebs. So Red is finally in trouble. It's kept losing its castles. It's now back down to no castles, only one in the back. So yeah, Red's gonna go down right now. Nothing to defend anymore against Orange. This side, where Blue is still kind of defending, but that castle is also gonna go down. Blue lost a lot of its army and... What is this? What the fuck is this, Promi? Why is your army literally idle in the back of your base? Seriously? Why are you getting attacked? Your army is just idle in the back of your base, Promi. What? What about heavy scorpions? Why do people keep saying heavy scorps? Rocketry? Who got rocketry? Who the fuck got rocketry, man? I mean, Chinese scorps aren't bad. They're pretty good actually, but they are expensive as fuck. Okay, Orange, there's still an Onagers. Got elite Chukunu now. Orange is getting rocketry now. Doesn't have any scorps though. But yeah, rocketry also benefits the Chukunus, so... Korean Hussars, nothing wrong with that. I mean, Yellow is pretty much pop kept the entire time, but yeah, once again, the army from Yellow just keeps getting dragged across the map, left and right, going back and forth. They don't really know which target to attack because they're all at equal ranges, so that army is so useless. That's so fucking bad, man. Feels bad, man. Just trying some traps now, but too little, too late. That castle might even go down still. Yeah, it's down. One more shot. Oh, oh, oh! Still alive? What the? Did those shots miss? Well, Ram might finish this off if it gets there. And there's nothing wrong with Korean Hussars, they're decent meat here. I'm pretty surprised that it takes Orange such a long time to push in here with that big of an army of Onagers and Chukunus. They're good at shredding everything, man. I mean, they don't have a meat shield, I guess, so they just keep losing shit, but... And Grey? I still haven't seen any army from Grey. Grey isn't Imperial Age now, but... Oh! Feudal Age Scouts! Nice! Sicko mode. Brits. What is Blue? How did Blue get to the middle of the map? What the fuck? Are they trying to attack? How even? Purple is still pushing into here. Looks like Purple also doesn't really know what to do. Also got stuck army. A bunch of stuck army actually. Also not really doing. They could have also already finished off Blue. If Faerun was a bit smart. Oh, but bunching up the bomber towers here. That's good map control. That's gonna be really hard to take down. If there's ever any reason. Ever even any reason. Okay. Fuck this. I need a drink.
An enemy now. Wood, please.
I mean, if Team Estes Testes eventually closes out this game, I might be able to do another one or even two more and finish out this entire round today. But just hurry the fuck up, man. You should have finished off this game like 20 minutes ago. There wasn't that much resistance. I don't know why you're making so little progress. I mean, Yellow just is kind of over here screening, but still just running all over the place. I mean, yeah. Illuminati with a lot of Civ doesn't like its elite, doesn't like its unique units. Pretty much probably because I never got around to actually implementing it. So some of the Civs just don't go for their elites and just go for their regular units instead. Like, as you see here, Japanese just do champs and no what are they called, samurais, even though samurais are probably better. Same with Britons, they just go for obelisks and not longbows. Really shows you how little time is actually gone into scripting Illuminati. Well, blue's still alive, yellow's still alive. At least red's dead now, down to 14 pop. What are the final sling numbers over here? Yeah, teal almost got 30,000 resources slung, and purple almost 20,000. Yeah, that sling strategy is so strong. At least in the early game. Got them enough of an edge to so they should be able to close out the game, but they're just so extremely slow in closing it out. Even though they have a bunch of siege, they have a ton of trebuchets, and even a good amount of onagers and trichonis, but just takes so long, just the grind to close it out. Now finally we got yellow castles going down. That's so much siege massed up in one place, man. It shouldn't take too long to take out yellow now. It's 2v4, man. It's 2v4. Come on, close it out. It is. Yeah, it does very good. Come on, clean it up. Clean it fucking up. Let's get this game over with. So, let's talk about the early game again. To sum up what really decided this game. It was, yeah, this is pretty much Yggdrasil's sling strategy. Sling being extremely overpowered, and towers being overpowered, and many AIs not really having a good enough idea of how to deal with towers. Like we saw here, Grey and Orange both went for full sling, and Grey just turtled up heavily with towers. Promi here on the blue flank, and the red flank, I mean, wasn't really able to do anything about that. Didn't know how to respond. So Grey was just allowed to keep slinging in peace, never even got attacked. And Team Boominati and Boomy, just in classic Boom style, all of them just boomed, and, well, I mean, Green just got steamrolled extremely early on by the slung teal, as was expected by that sling, but they did nothing to respond. I mean, they were pretty much holding well in the late game, just not well enough. Too late, especially too late. Because, yeah, like you saw, Yellow, especially Yellow, got attacked at a really bad time, and it was just about to get its army out. It got a really nasty raid in. And then Red also got taken out. Red had some upgrade troubles. I think they could have even won this game if Red and even Blue had prioritized their upgrades better. You could have had a much stronger early Imperial Age. Could have stopped the snowballing, but the way it stands. See, Illuminati already sees writing on the wall and resigned. Promi not so much. Promi sometimes likes to pull a Juggernaut. But on paper, this is definitely a really big upset, just from the seeding, because Team Sloppy Seconds was seeded as the second highest seed in this entire tournament, while Pharaon and Yggdrasil, mainly because they're extremely new AIs, not because they're weak, just because they're new, had a pretty low seed. Like that team is the second lowest seed out of the 16. But you see the power of new AIs with cheeky strategies. That fucking sling, that fucking overpowered sling, is good enough to get the biggest upset in the tournament so far. Maybe in the entire tournament to come. Yeah, Cheese and Toast. At the start of the game, both Grey and Orange slung teal. And later on, they also slung purple. But at the start, they both slung teal, yeah. It was a double sling from the entire right flank here. The entire right ring, I mean. Both of them just slung, and they didn't even get attacked. Because... yeah, they just didn't get attacked. Grey turtled up with towers. Red didn't have anything to respond, and Yellow was just booming, as you'd expect. And there goes the resigns. GG. Big fucking game, alright? That is. I can't even be mad, man. That's just Sling being OP, man. So we got here, big upset. Team Malatesta 1-0 and Team Sloppy Seconds already one game down.